How fast can you fly?
We're not going to say like speed of light. You can fly quick. I'm not going to say you can fly.
But I need to know
real
like
fast.
a speed because like, can I fly faster than a commercial jet?
No.
So
You're not Superman
That's
here. man.
biologically impossible.
You're
so
not
is
Superman.
fucking flying, Dan. Jesus Christ! I think that 1,000 miles an hour is good.
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell.
We're live.
All right.
We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
Not actually alive.
We are live,
baby.
We're not actually live. This will probably go up in a few days. But welcome back to our podcast, Unpopularity Contest. I am Fred.
I am witty.
I'm Dan.
We said we were going to bring Seth back. I'm convinced that you guys are the same person because I've never seen you two together at the same time. It's like the Clark Kent Superman deal.
Save that. Well, which one's the superhero?
We're going to say that for another day.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, we're going to say that for another day. But Dan's here. Seth couldn't make it in the last minute. He had some stuff to do. So just the three of us again, just like in episode 2. If you guys are new to the podcast, this is Unpopularity Contest, and we pretty much talk about anything we really want at the time. Like, there's nothing really specific. Like I said, in the last couple, we all met because of cars. So cars is kind of something, it's a big part of our lives. So we're probably
see a lot of that.
Yeah, we're probably going to talk about that quite a bit. But yeah, let's go and dive right into it.
Yeah.
I believe Dan wanted to start with the first topic.
So, Witty, have you been sliding into any DMs lately?
that reaction would say that Witty is sliding into DM.
That's a straight up
Absolutely
yes.
Well, I wasn't doing the sliding.
you got slid on?
Well, I may have encouraged the sliding to happen into the DMs.
Some guys got it all right.
Right.
I never get slid on.
Well, so I was getting back into the elevator during an event,
Okay.
and I ran into this young lady, and she was like, "Hey, Scott?" I was like, "Uh-oh." She's like, "Scott Witty?"
She knows your name.
And I was like, "Uh-oh. Why does this cute girl know my name?" So anyways,
See, I wouldn't be alarmed at that point. I'd be like, okay, this is going to be awesome.
well, anyways, so she ended up saying hi and how she wanted to meet me and she liked my photos and all that shit. And then
Ooh.
Then I
Fan.
walked away and I came up and told you about her. I was like, "Yo, this chick, she just bumped into me."
Yeah.
Well, anyways, then we were going out street racing and I was sitting in the truck and I was like, "Man, I wonder if she's still inside." And I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go get a Snickers, Fred. You remember that?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I went back in there and I found her.
You son of
Wow.
And
you slide down.
I got my Snickers just so it wasn't a complete lie. And I was walking almost out the door. And I was like, I forgot her name. Like, I totally forgot. I had no idea how to even get in contact with her. So I went over and I was like, "Yo, hit me up on Instagram. We'll do a photo shoot of your car." So then that's how I got her to fucking
Wow. Wow.
And she's like, "All right."
Wow.
And then she hits me up and I guess the rest is history from there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So so you're saying if you ask somebody to slide into your DMs, it's okay? But
I don't
what
think that's an actual slide. I believe that's a.
that's an
I
invitation.
believe
Hey.
they might have stole the base on that one.
Oh, for sure.
Is that what that is? Would that be a steal on the base, or
I don't know. I did encourage it, but I don't like not being able to look at you guys. Like,
move your mic over here?
yeah. But then I need it like up here, like where.
Okay, we're gonna pause so Woody can move his mic. Ready, go.
And we're live. Okay, this is way better.
All right, Woody has fixed his mic, so now he can look at us. By the way, I don't want to put a stop on the whole sliding into DMs conversation, but some of you guys might notice that we have a much different background than normal.
It's mad live.
It's this is lit. We
is that what the kids say?
I believe so. I believe that's what millennials say. But
Lit. Okay.
we are at a family entertainment center that we broke into and turned the lights on. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
We might use this for a couple episodes, depending how
Yeah.
long we can be here before the cops kick us out. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
anyway,
We could
so
go higher.
back to you getting slid on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about it, guys?
So you still talking to her, or what's the deal there?
Well, yeah.
Where is this young lady from?
Texas.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a big state. You want to be a
Uh-huh.
little bit more specific, or
Probably somewhere inside of Texas.
I'm just not going to even ask anymore. This is okay. Actually, I can't. Technically, I got slid on by the girl I'm talking to right now.
Okay.
You both did.
Yeah,
Well, yours more sliding into instead of enticing.
Yeah. How did that work out for you?
I mean, it's worked out pretty good. She lives
How'd it
7.
start?
What's up?
How'd it start?
She replied to one of my stories.
Oh.
I think that
Which one?
I don't know, I had my car in it. I think she was replying to one of my stories, and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And then just kept talking, and yeah,
Pretty cool.
that's I technically got slid on. I didn't realize that. She totally slid into my DMs.
Wow.
And I let it happen. I feel like such a whore right
She
now.
just wanted that dick.
Dude.
I feel like such a whore right
She wanted
now.
that Fred D.
Okay, that's a little
That
aggressive.
Fred D.
That's a little aggressive.
Wow.
Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah.
Kind of segmenting from sliding the DMs. When is a dick pic acceptable to send?
All the time.
Never.
You see, I
Unsolicited.
Never.
okay. I have this belief that dick pics are okay to send when they are requested, and that's a bad. That's not a respect thing. It's like, well, like, I'm no porn star. Okay, I'm not a porn star, so
Please.
I ain't got like a hammer, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I sent one just out of nowhere, unsolicited, first it's not going to impress them.
Girls don't like that. I've never
Don't be
once
a
heard a
pussy.
girl
Yeah.
say they like
Yeah,
getting
I've-
a dick pic as
It
a
doesn't even
surprise.
matter what the dick looks like. Every single girl I've ever heard talk about, they're like, it doesn't matter. I don't want to see your dick. It's like
Talking to the wrong girls.
Yeah, I've had
the
girls that want to see my
you
dick.
talk to like unsolicited dick pics.
Well, they don't like
Yeah.
unsolicited. They ask for them.
Please. 100% of the time, guys. Always send dick pics.
Always?
Always.
Wow, that's
I'm
bold.
gonna stand on the left over here, and I'm never.
You miss
No,
100% of the shots.
bad,
you
bad
actually-
things.
Actually, our buddy Wheels
Yeah.
from up in Wisconsin. Okay,
Okay.
he has his thing on dick pics is as soon as he gets a girl's number, he opens with a dick pic.
See?
And he said, here's the reason, okay? They're either going to like it or they're not. It's not 50-50. It's 100% this way, 100% that way. So either they're going to love it or they're not going to like it at all. And if you get that part out of the way, it's easy.
kosher.
If they like it, then you're already, that's like, you basically just, if they like it, you just went through probably a week's worth of texting and you're already to that point.
Yeah. See?
And I was like, Wheels, it's like the dumbest, coolest, smartest thing I've ever heard you say. And yeah, like, I was like, that's a funny way to look at it.
Duh.
But I mean, I don't have the balls to use Wheels' example there.
No.
I mean,
No?
No. I'm not.
Apparently Dan is on the Wheels examples, but
duh.
he likes to send it.
What about you, Fred? You send any dick pics?
No. Like I said, they have to be requested because that's just, it's... Also, like, how you supposed to take a good pic of a dick? It's dick. Like, you
There's
just
Fill the
always a good
screen
way.
from top to bottom. That way, you elongate the
Really?
subject. You
Well,
gotta
bottom's a top kinda guy.
think about photography.
Well, I always get a good angle
Like,
on it to make
say-
it look
So you want like a girl to look like she got long legs, right? Where are you gonna take the picture from, guys?
from her
From her feet.
feet. I was about to say
Yeah,
from her
Because
feet. up.
then her
Bottom to
legs are gonna
top.
look like they're almost double the length.
So
of
you're
her
saying
torso.
go from the tip or base and make it fill the whole screen.
Boom.
That
Bingo.
way it looks like a monster, and when she sees it,
She's already gonna be so fucking
But-
hot and wet and everything that she's not
Jesus
gonna
Christ.
give a shit.
wow, that's aggressive.
No, we are
good Christian men.
Okay, you don't just start kissing a girl and stick your dick in her. Like you go through
Wait,
the
you don't?
process. You go through your the foreplay and all the other shit. And but at
What's
that
foreplay?
point, they're damn near begging for it, and I don't think they're gonna care if it does not.
Well, that's I mean, you did send proof of it, and maybe it was just maybe you're just a good photographer,
Here-
a dickographer, if you will.
That could be
That's very creative.
That
Fred.
could be borderline dishonest.
Is it though? Because
It's a
girls,
picture of your dick.
because
Perception.
Because if we want to talk about dishonesty,
Oh, God.
we can go right into women wearing a whole mess of makeup.
Doesn't mean
push-up
stop
bras,
wearing it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
and like I mean,
Hair, heels.
some
Titties,
chicks
ass.
wear fake hair. They got fake boobs, or they
Yeah.
got push-up bras, or they got a whole mess of makeup on. They got wearing heels to make their ass and legs look better. Like they're doing it every day, and we just don't complain about it because it looks good.
True.
Now, if they
Not
were
too
if,
much.
if they were to
Calm
come
down
back
with that.
if they were to come back at us,
Yeah.
if they were to come back at us and be like, "Well, your dick looked bigger in the picture," it's like, "Well, your makeup was better in the picture." Like, what is? Are we ready to
true.
talk about this?
And now they have that makeup.
But
No, hold on. Normally you'd be like, all right, bro, just take her to the pool, take her to the lake, you'll be good. Now
They have
these bitches
waterproof.
got it figured out, dude. Waterproof makeup. You go take her, you fuck her in the
Are you
shower. and
se-
that makeup's
waterproof?
dude, fuck her in the shower, makeup's still there. And you're like, you know what? Maybe I'm not making that bad of a decision. You know, next time, maybe you don't pull out. It's deceiving. It'll end in bad results. That makeup could end up having kids. Dan, perfect example.
Dan, was the makeup
He
on
decided
fleek
not to
that
pull
day?
out because
Dan, was the makeup on fleek that day?
and now there's a
was.
little fucking
the
Dan
makeup was on
running-
fleek.
it was
Okay.
always on fleek.
And now there's a little fuck trophy running around his
Hey,
house,
that's
taking
my
up his
fuck
time.
trophy.
That's Dan's
It's
child.
a beautiful child,
That's
beautiful
right.
fuck trophy,
I love you.
golden, fucking tall
Don't watch
trophy.
this
Dad,
when you're older.
don't watch this when you're older. Your dad is not like a.
Your dad's a great man.
He's
He's gonna raise
That's
you
all
well.
you need to know about. So
Anyways, on the dick pics. Do you guys woo? So what level of flaccidness are we talking like?
for a dick pic, it's got to be hard, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta throw my best foot forward on this one, guys.
I mean, I don't know.
you're-
If
you're
you're
a
like so
grower?
talented
Like,
that you're
dude,
just gonna get a sloppy and
no.
send it.
I am a grower, not a shower.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, grower or shower?
I just kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Wow,
That's-
average.
what-
I'm definitely a grower.
yeah.
for
So
sure.
why would you even ask that?
I'm just
question?
saying, not everybody's the same. You know, I just wanted to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
In
my
the end, it's nice. It all works out.
yeah, I'm gonna
And
put
it-
my best foot forward on this one and go. It's got to be a rager.
Jesus.
Oh,
Big
Rager.
veiny
You need to
triumphant
see that
bastard.
big
veiny
throbbing.
triumph. Oh yeah, it's got to be.
Jesus, you're really
Okay,
really
guys,
graphic here.
guys, can we
tone down the gayness here?
hey, what kind of water are you drinking right now?
Well, I'm not gonna drink fucking tap water. I'll tell you that,
What
or
is
any
that?
other trash
What is
water. Berkey water,
No.
Berkey.
What did you pour into your Berkey water?
tap water.
Oh, didn't you just say you wouldn't drink tap water?
But if it goes through a Berkey,
What is
Oh.
this?
What is a Berkey? I've never
contraption.
heard of it.
all right. So a Berkey is like a, I don't know if you want to call it an end of world water filtration system, but you can like take it camping. You can basically put it almost any water into it. At home, I have like a big, it's like a 2.25 gallon tin thing,
Okay.
and there's two big black Berkey filters, which are what these are. But I mean, the ones in there are way bigger. I think there's carbon filters, and then there's fluoride and arsenic filters underneath. Because I mean, there's just so much shit in the water.
So you put any water you want in that, and you can drink it, and it tastes good.
Like, yeah, like I mean, you could be out and wherever and dip into the stream or the river and just fill
Like
it up.
Flint, Michigan.
Like Colorado.
See,
Probably
I'm not.
Flint.
I'm not. Yeah, probably not Flint. I don't know if you
Probably
get
not.
all that iron out or whatever the hell it is.
Well, that's what the carbon filter's for. But I mean,
Okay.
you gotta, dude. The water situation is quite the conundrum. I'll tell you that. Tap water is just pretty much trash everywhere.
Well, it's not trash everywhere, but there are places
Yeah.
where they definitely tell you,
Yeah.
probably
drink it.
don't drink.
And then you're like, oh well, you know what? Bottled water is good because bottled water is bottled water. Like, you just
See,
it's
not
convenient.
but not all bottled waters are
It's not
created equal.
Nope.
No, they're
absolutely
not.
not. My preference, by far, is Fiji, and I'm
Same.
not just like a pinkies up fancy bitch. Like,
No, Fiji tastes good.
It really like people that just are gonna sit at home and watch this be like, all water tastes the same out of bottles. Like,
no, it does not.
y'all
No.
need to calm down because it definitely does not. You like we have Aquafina here at this
Right.
place we broke into. They have Aquafina in the fridge. So if I go get Aquafina, it's gonna taste way different
Oh, for
than a
sure.
Fiji. And a Fiji is just there's no aftertaste. There's
Right,
just
it's just
it's just
so
smooth.
clean.
It's nice.
Quenches your
clean.
thirst.
Well, most water does that. And
No, dude, some of the shitty water like leaves you like your mouth's kind of dry.
the true fact, Dasani has
Dishonest?
salt in it.
yeah, dishonest
They
water.
said that on the label it says it's a It's
says salt.
it's like no, it does, but it says like an undetectable amount of salt. It's like why would you even put a salt? And it's salt added for flavor and
Fuck.
water.
It's
I don't
to-
want salt water.
It's to like off balance all the other trash they have in there. There's potassium chloride in there, which is one of the 3 ingredients in lethal injection.
Potassium chloride by itself does not do anything.
I get that, but out of all of the things you could put in water, and one of them has to be one of the lethal ingredient, you know?
So there's
Dasani-
there's potassium in bananas. Potassium chloride.
Yeah, well, that's different.
Death penalty.
No,
Death banana.
different.
So bananas.
All right,
death
all
bananas.
right. So let's overlook that and see. It didn't even pass standards in Europe to be sold over there.
That is actually true, I think, because Woody says it all the time. So
It is.
Dasani is
I
not
don't
actually.
think I've ever seen one over there.
Yeah,
It's
Dasani's
because it didn't pass their FDA or whatever it's called. over
Dasani's
there.
not allowed to be sold in Europe because it's
Yeah.
shit quality water.
I lived there for 5 years. I don't think I've ever seen a Dasani.
Really.
If you
I don't
guys
think
want
so.
to, go look up the documentary/movie or whatever it's called, Tapped.
It's a really good one. I
And
saw
it's
that years
super
ago.
good.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Kerry like takes the water, I don't know, the water bottle companies to court the FDA, and he's like, how come you guys don't have any third-party testing? So like basically Dasani's owned by Coke, right? So Coke would just send in a thing and say, "Yep, our water's good to drink," and the FDA would be like, "Cool, all right, we'll put it on the shelves." And they didn't do any third-party testing. There's nothing, and he's like, "You guys don't see a problem with that?" And he's like, and the guy didn't really have much to say, but he like actually called him out in court, and it was like a Supreme Court case or something like that.
Wow.
Well, dang.
Yeah, you can look it up.
Well, gee dang.
Well, gee golly willikers.
Yeah. Fiji's where it's at.
Fiji that's my preference. by
Yeah,
far.
if I am traveling, I guess I've been bringing this thing along, so I can pretty much put whatever in there. But if I don't have that, Fiji's the way to go.
So
For
how
sure.
long does that Berkey filter last?
Yeah, I'm curious
a
about
while, because the big ones that are like the size of this bottom part in my container at home or whatever last 6 or 7 years.
What?
that. So
Usually-
that lasts a good while.
They should last a while,
Nice.
and I can
Nice.
just put anything in there. And
I don't want
it all
to. I don't want
tastes
to.
the
I don't
same.
want to jump topics, but talking about you right now, you have an AR-15 build going on right now.
Mhm.
Let's see some specs. Let's hear some. How's it going? First of all,
Well,
it took me like 4 months to build mine because I spent a bunch of money.
Oops.
and I spent a bunch of money at different times, and then finally, after 4 or 5 months, Dan and I got together, put the gun together.
Yeah.
What's progress on yours right now?
so I sat down one night with my buddy Johnny, and we bought everything in one sitting, probably
Jeez.
within like an hour or two. And we went through and picked out everything off, I think, Primary Arms, and I got everything off of there except for my lower, which I got from Spikes Tactical. And so I got everything in. We built the upper. I mean, it's real sick. I got like an awesome, like a handrail is
Uh-huh.
really cool. It's got like some organic shapes carved out of it and everything, and it's dope. It's got it's M-LOK, not key mod, and there's like M-LOK all along the bottom and just on the end for like where the accessories are, so you can see all the organic
Right.
shape. But the problem is, Spike said that it was going to be in at the end of February.
That happened to me, man, when I got my Spikes Tactical
It did.
lower.
So
Wait, which one did you order?
I ordered the Aloha snack bar one. It's
I
like-
want that one. I've been saying I want that one. Ever since it came out. I
Yeah.
want that one for my next AR
I
build.
want the waterboard instructor.
Oh, you could definitely qualify
yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into that right now, but
Maybe that
he
later time.
qualifies.
So, anyways,
Aloha snack bar.
yeah, it's the pineapple grenade thing. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool. Anyways, I would be super happy and thrilled with it, but I have been waiting forever. They said it was going to be at the end of February, and I called in on like March 1st, and I was like, all right, hey, I haven't gotten like confirmation email or anything. Is it on the way? They're like, oh, yeah, well, it looks like it'll be in at the end of March. And I was like, what? I have to wait a whole another month? So then she's like, yeah, it'll be in, and I'm just honestly expecting them to be like, oh, yeah, that'll be in the end of April now, like when I fucking call them at the end of March.
When I ordered mine, I got my.
It took a hot minute.
Yeah, no, it said 3 to 4 weeks for the color fill.
It was not.
And the color fill on the side of it is what really takes a while, I guess, because I could have bought a regular one that day, I think.
Oh, for sure.
But the color fill is what takes forever, and I believe you got a color filled one.
I did.
And I got the snowflake lower,
It's
got
great.
the unicorn on it, and it has the
Triggered.
safe space triggered and full libtard on it.
Yeah.
I love that.
I
one.
love their lowers are so freaking funny. I
They're
love
hilarious.
so I did the same kind of thing with mine. I started ordering stuff, and like I was like, Dan, how much is Dan was in the military. I don't know if you guys know that. Dan was in the military, and he used to put guns together as like a job afterwards.
Yep.
And so I hit up Dan, and we're just sitting in the hotel room together, and I'm like, let's go through like a parts list for an AR. So we go through, it's like, you need this. I was like, how much can I get all this stuff for, budget build, decent AR?
Right.
And he's like, probably $700-800. Like, sweet, awesome, not bad. And then we go through all the stuff. It's like, well, I kind of want to upgrade that. I kind of want a little bit nicer
true.
of that. I want a nicer one of those. The trigger needs to be nicer. My handguard needs
Everything
to be this.
got upgraded.
My lower needs everything got upgraded. About $1,700 later, I have a badass AR-15.
It is
That
pretty
is
sick.
Exactly what happened with me.
Yeah,
I was
it gets out of hand quick, doesn't
Oh,
it?
my buddy's like, yeah. Well, my buddy also ex-military. He has all of the like actual parts and presses and everything to get it all put together. And we were sitting there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we could probably build you one here for like, $500-600." And $1,300 later, I had myself a pretty cool gun
it
too.
gets out of hand fast.
Yeah.
What sight did you get?
Spark. It was a
Spark AR.
Yeah, the Spark AR. That was actually the one thing I got a deal on. Was I got that and 10 magazines for $200.
Yeah.
Oh dang, that is a good deal.
So speaking of ARs and our builds and stuff, what are these liberals talking about when it comes to taking away our guns? Can we talk about that for a second?
It's nonsense.
It's really no fault of their own that they didn't grow up with guns. Maybe they just had never.
I didn't grow up with the guns.
But they never had interest. But for them to speak on something that they don't know anything about, like I don't know anything
Right.
about a lot of stuff. Guess what I do? Shut the
up.
fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't
You
talk
sound
about
dumb
it.
if you don't.
Yeah, I sound dumb, and I don't want to do that. So when they say, this fully automatic clip thing magazine, like
Ghost gun.
They don't even.
ghost gun shit, I was
They
like,
just
what?
use like trigger words. They just use things they've heard in the media. They don't even know.
Yeah.
I think if we just had a little more, hunter's education, gun safety classes, it'd work out a lot better because a lot of the times, I mean, you guys hear those stories where someone who doesn't like guns or is against them or whatever, either gets their lives or a loved one's lives saved by a gun and then they're for it, or it seems to be that if you go take them shooting, they have a lot of fun.
Well, they have a lot of fun, and then they're like, "Oh wow," they kind of feel bad for enjoying something that they've blindly hated for so
Right.
long, and just talk about like if you don't like guns for whatever
cool.
reason, that's fine. You can have whatever view you want on it. That's fine, but you should at least learn a little bit about them. Learn some history and actually physically go shoot these things because first of all they're fun. We all own guns, like we own several of them.
Yeah.
And none of us have ever taken a gun into like my gun. Like I know
I
it's
raised mine right.
I know it's cliche to say, but my AR-15 has never killed anybody, and I could leave it out by itself in the corner, and guess what? It's going to be sitting there when I get home. Of course, I keep all my guns locked up. I'm not going to leave a gun out like that, but like I'm just saying like. It's definitely the uneducation thing is what it is.
I know in Canada that if you want to buy a gun, you gotta go through like certain classes.
Exactly.
And-
You have to go through certain, depending on what gun you want.
Right.
You too. You have to go through a class just to get certified to own one, and then if you want like a special kind of gun, you have to go through another class to get that. Also, you can have the gun at your house, but you can't. The only time you can have it with you, there's no concealed carry, from what I understand, unless you're like ex-military or something like that.
I have no idea.
It's a concealed carry in Canada is very rare, but from what I understand, you can only have the gun with you when you're going from the house to the gun range, or the
Right.
gun range to the house, and you can't like, I'm going to go to the gun range, and then you stop at Walmart.
Yeah, that's the no-go.
If you get caught with your gun just sitting in your car at Walmart, that's against the law. So you break the law there.
Well, so I mean, you can think about all that, but you got to think about why people want to ban guns. They think that if we get rid of all the guns, then we won't have any more shootings and there won't be any more problems.
Criminals, the thing. Yeah.
That's what they don't stop to think about, though. That the
Criminals.
only people then that would be able to have guns is criminals, because the people that were going through the background checks and they were being responsible now
Right.
can't have guns because it's illegal.
Mhm.
But guess who's still getting guns? The criminals.
Yeah.
Guess
So-
what? Drugs are illegal. There's a lot of drugs out there still.
Okay, so here's I'm gonna put a analogy out there for the argument that guns need to be taken away from law-abiding citizens.
Okay.
So, if a drunk driver is driving his car and kills an entire family of people, we should ban all cars from everybody. And then they'll be, well, no, I'm not. I don't drink and drive. Obviously,
me, bro.
That's not me. It's like, well, I don't go shoot up schools.
That's
Yeah.
not
I don't
me.
go. I don't go walk down the street and kill people. Like that's like a drunk driver in a car.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean we ban all. Now they're also going to say that the argument to I know what the counter argument to that is. Guns are made for only one purpose, and it's to kill.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other things you can do with it. First of all,
Yeah.
sporting, hunting. Killing another individual will be the
Last resort.
last thing you should think about with a firearm.
Yeah.
And I've always been taught. I was taught from a very young age from my uncle that the only time you pull a gun on somebody is if you're prepared
Oh,
to
yeah.
shoot them.
Yeah.
You do not pull a gun on somebody if you're just like, this guy's scaring me, I got to pull my gun on him. First of all, if you pull a gun on somebody just because they're scaring you, you just
That's a
assaulted
no-go.
them.
I was gonna say, what's the best gun that you'll ever have? Do you know?
Tell me.
The one that you'll never need.
It's a good call. It's a good call.
Yeah.
Like going back to like people just need to be more educated on stuff
Yeah.
before they talk about it, or especially before they try to ban something like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing like when you look at they have Remington, for example, has several different examples of a Remington 700. It's a hunting rifle. It's a bolt action rifle. If you go from like the regular wood stock and silver barrel or stainless steel barrel, and then go all the way down to their tactical version. It looks
It's the same gun.
it's the same exact gun. Do you know what the difference is? It has a handguard, and it's black.
Whoop-de-doo. It
It
That's-
looks more aggressive and scares everybody.
You see, I don't understand that at all. It looks more aggressive. It's like
It's because it
dumb.
looks more military.
It doesn't
you don't,
enhance
When's
anything.
the last time you saw a military man walking around with a single bolt action wood stock gun?
But also, when you go back to just
In today's
even a
times.
semi-automatic hunting rifle.
oh, it's the same thing.
You go from a semi-automatic hunting rifle that shoots a .223 or 5.56, and then you go to an AR that is a semi-automatic
the same
rifle
gun. It's
that shoots a
the different gun
same
shooting the same
chambered.
round.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
There's like
Yeah.
it's
No, I get that.
They're both semi-automatic, and they both shoot the same round.
A lot of people don't know that though. That's one of those things that if
Ignorance.
you're not a gun guy though, I mean, you're probably not going to know that. Like everyone knows that guns don't just get up and kill people, and they know like probably a lot of other things too.
Mm-hmm.
But they think that we just want everybody to have guns and we want them all to be fully automatic. Like we want background checks. There's a serious mental illness problem in
I
this
think like
country.
90% of people in America, including gun owners and everything, say, "Yeah, background checks are a good idea." You
Yeah.
know why? Because I don't want a dumbass that I don't
I
want
want
a guy.
someone shooting up my family.
I don't want a
anywhere.
guy that has a history of mental illness,
Right.
Like has had several breakdowns or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly unstable person owning a firearm, because that's dangerous as hell.
The problem is the fine line, because you have a lot of ex-military that have a lot of PTSD and mental problems from going through all.
Well, sure, yeah.
And then, but that's the thing though. Like that's one of the arguments. Like where
Well,
do you
also-
draw that? Because are
also-
you really going to tell someone who just got out of the military they now can't have a weapon?
Well, there's also a big stigma against mental illness. So people don't want to admit that they have a mental illness, and then the mental illness gets so bad, but they don't tell anybody because, like, if you go, like, I don't like, if you have a mental illness, there's a stigma about it. Like, that's not a secret,
Right. Yeah.
And just it's kind of shitty for people that have mental illness. They can't just freely talk about it. Like, yeah, I'm getting help for it. Blah blah blah. It's like, oh, you have a mental illness. Oh, you're suicidal, or you're going to shoot people.
Funny thing about the PTSD is like I have PTSD. It used to be really bad, but it's not bad anymore. But like, I know a lot of police officers that have PTSD because of the shit they see every day.
Oh, sure, that's not surprising at all.
So what are you gonna do, like, to a cop? You're gonna take away their gun? because they have PTSD.
Well, that's the thing. That's
Right.
why it's
It's stupid.
yeah.
You just gotta, I guess they just gotta cope with it. I mean, some people can deal with stuff more than others, but other people like just get to a point where they should not own a firearm,
Right.
and that's understandable. And that's why we think background checks and mental illness should be in the forefront on this. Clearly, it's not the gun; it's the people.
Right.
It's the people using the gun. It's the person, not the tool.
It's like the Las Vegas shooter. He was using a bump stock. There's 500,000 of those out in circulation.
And
in the public.
can we talk about real quick?
One caused a crime,
Yep.
and they're taking them away.
And they're
I
banned.
hate.
Also,
I hate them.
Bump stocks are dumb.
They are
First
dumb.
of all, they are dumb. But like, the reason why we're all gun people here. If there's somebody that's still watching after we've said all this, and they're anti-gun, just keep listening. Okay, we're still talking. The reason why we're so against taking away certain firearms or something like you take away semi-automatic rifle assault rifles.
Yeah.
It's a rifle. It's not
Right.
an assault. It's whatever. I don't know who came up with the name assault rifle, but
The
whatever.
media.
Also, AR and AR-15 means Armalite. It was the first company to make the AR-15. It doesn't mean assault
Eugene
rifle.
Stoner.
It doesn't mean assault rifle 15. Just to throw that one out there.
Yeah.
But it's like for gun people, if you let them take away one thing like bump stocks are stupid to me.
Yeah,
they are
I
just
think
they
they're
are
stupid,
pointless.
too.
They're dumb.
You give them an inch though, and they're gonna take a mile.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
yeah,
what they do with anything
like,
nowadays.
They're like, oh, we got bump stocks. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can get
Every little
Let's see if
thing.
we can get this little thing to make that gun look less aggressive, but it still does the same thing. Like
Well, stupid.
How do you think our society has gotten to where we are right now in 2019? Like, there is a lot that is unraveled. Tradition is pretty much faded out. And it's because so many different groups and so many different things and topics. Give them an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah.
And now there's nothing. There's no
Just the
rules. It's like,
giant
oh, you
snowball
feel that
effect.
way? Well, then that's what it is now. We've just thrown so many things
Yeah.
and logic
It's-
out the window.
Also, a lot of anti-gun people think that because we don't want guns taken away, we don't feel bad about any kind of shooting that happens.
That's totally wrong.
That's furthest from the truth because we want no shootings to happen
Yeah.
because of shootings, it's affecting our personal
we
freedoms
don't want
and
anybody
liberties.
to be
Shitty.
dying
It's like-
for no reason
Right.
either.
Like that's just dumb. Like you
Kids,
you
like, how
hon-
fucking
like,
sick are you?
like you guys honestly think, like the people that are anti-gun and watching this, you guys honestly think we want people to walk into schools and shoot people?
No.
No,
Fuck no.
absolutely not. We just want to be able to continue to own the firearms that we own and enjoy them the way we enjoy them.
There's a lot of history behind it too. I mean, and you can go look up. Why don't you guys go do some research on the last time they took guns away from a large population of people? Because it didn't work out any of the
it doesn't
times.
work out a lot of the time.
You're taking away. It's not the Second Amendment. Isn't giving you the right to own a firearm. It is protecting your right as a human to own a firearm. That's-
It's protecting your right to
Against
have
tyranny.
freedom still.
Yeah,
Basically, it's like because we own
gives you the
fire. Now,
tool.
you guys might people watching this might not like guns at all, and that's fine. But because there's 325 million people in America, and there's about that many guns in America, estimated. There's probably more than that.
Probably.
The fact that there's so many guns is the reason. Is one of the big reasons why the government will probably never come after us. They will never become tyrannical, and like people are going to be like, "Oh, that's ridiculous. That would never happen." It happens
Do
in
some
countries
research.
all the time.
It happens all the
Yeah.
time. And just it's America. It's westernized. Like there's like, are you're serious? Like you don't
they
think this?
probably said that back in the day during the Civil War and all sorts of stuff too.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go back to this. Like, this is an extreme case, but in Germany.
Nazi Germany.
Nazi Germany, they took away all the guns and then
Couldn't protect themselves.
They couldn't protect themselves, so they just get put on rail cars, sent to a camp, and put in a gas chamber. Like this is stuff that happened, and I don't agree with that side of the argument when
No.
there's no facts behind. And like I said, people will be like, "Well, there's no way we're going to go tyrannical." It's like, yeah, you know why? Because I have a gun.
And I mean, people always argue, oh, well, look at all the death and crime rate. Oh my God, Chicago and California. And then you're like, well, hold on. Guns are not legal in California or Chicago, and that's where all
Absolutely
the
not.
shootings are
Certain ones,
happening.
yeah.
So,
The strictest gun laws are in Chicago.
yeah, so what's going
Some
on?
of them, yeah.
What? Please explain that because, I mean, I'm pretty.
That would mean criminals
Those are
the criminals are shooting people
Or
and they're
each
not,
other.
and they're not even supposed to own guns to begin with.
yeah.
And you just want to take away guns from people that
Yeah.
are law abiding.
You want to take away the only way they have to protect themselves.
Exactly.
You know what that would do also? It's going to open up a new criminal organization. I understand there's already tons of criminal activity with illegal trading of guns, but I mean, look at what happened with Prohibition. They legalized alcohol, mafia, gangsters, all that. They legalized drugs. Now we have a horrendous problem. Tons of crime and death because of the drug war. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It does not work. You have to find a way to work with it. You can't just ban shit and say, all right, that's all good.
Yeah.
It's never worked. It's
Also,
never gonna.
I'm sure either of these two guys would agree with me on that. If there's anybody that has never shot a gun that is personal friends of ours and they want to,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah.
We will take. I will bring
I'll
all
definitely
of
take
my
you.
guns to the range, and you can shoot anything you want, just to say that you've done it. There's a lot of people that like I have. Just a couple of my rifles are AR and an AK. I've taken them to the range, and people, I've never shot an AK. Go ahead. Like
Yeah.
complete strangers at the range. Go ahead, shoot it. It's like, really? It's like, yeah. Just like it's a gun. Like you wanted to be able to say that you shot an AK, go for it.
And you go through the safety course when you go to the range. They always show you the video, and you gotta like. You don't just-
there's age requirements right now, and for guns and whatnot, and there's like, Dan and I are concealed carry. So
This is my piece of shit Tupperware Glock.
that's a Glock 42.
Yeah.
Shoots a 380 right there. It's not a bad.
I usually carry 9mm, but this
Yeah.
fits for work.
But I like for concealed carry, I could be carrying any day of the week and you would never know. I'm not gonna
Right.
open carry. I'm not gonna be a big dog about it. It's like, no, I have it on me for just in case purposes, and I hope that just in case purpose never happens.
Right.
Ever.
Exactly.
It's not like I'm walking around with guns like, oh, I can't wait till I get to use this.
That's dumb.
I
That's a
hope I
stupid
never have to
mentality.
use that thing. Not once in my life. I wish I lived to 80 and then die and never have to use my gun on anybody else.
For sure.
That's just terrible.
Yeah.
Laying off of guns, kind of. Whitty went on a little excursion this weekend in Colorado.
Well, yeah.
You and, was it you, Kenton, and
It was-
Rico?
Yeah, Kenton, Rico, and I all went out to Colorado for an off-roading adventure. Kenton just got a new Raptor, which is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sick. We did shoot guns out there too. If you drive far enough into the mountains, there's signs that are like, "All right, fire away, don't be dumb," and it tells you not to do shit.
Colorado's pretty awesome with that.
I love
Yeah.
Like,
Colorado.
you drive up into the mountains and you're so high and far away from people. You just pick a nice open lot and you
Yeah.
can practice shooting your car,
Yeah,
your
so-
gun outside.
Yeah, so Kenton brought his AR and one of his 9mm guns.
Yes. MPX.
His MPX, yeah, and I was hurting because my lower's not in yet, as I said,
You're
and
itching.
I wanted to bring mine so bad on that trip, like that. Anyways, hopefully that gets in soon, but we got to shoot those, and it was just beautiful out in the middle of the mountains, and then we went off roading, snow trails, dirt trails, sand down by
Yes.
like empty rivers.
You got some pretty sick pictures of it.
Yeah, I saw that. You made Kenton's truck look like it's like the ultimate off-roader.
Right?
Dude, it was like
I mean, I have no doubt it did very well because
Right.
that's what it's made to do.
Yeah.
But like the picture you're taking, I was like, wow, I feel like I could put my all-road
Oh,
on that
sure.
same hill and it would look just as badass.
it was pretty sick. I'll put in some of these photos in there for you guys
Yeah.
to see. But
If you guys didn't know, Woody's a good photographer. That's probably why he's
That's true.
our photographer at work. So there you go.
but
Is there anything noteworthy about the trip? Do you guys camp or you guys sleep at somebody's house?
no, we slept at Jake Allen's house on his couch.
Gotcha.
But the noteworthy part was just honestly all the trails, and it was just so pretty. And we'd stop, and I'd get like all sorts of wild pictures of the stars, and that thing we were like climbing super intense grades.
So I make fun of Rico all the time for his Jeep thing.
Yeah.
He had a Jeep. He had put a tent on the roof and all that, and then that Jeep died. So we got a new Jeep and whatever. I secretly really want to build like an off-road rig.
So do I. I want a 4Runner really bad.
I want
see-
an FJ.
You see, you want a 4Runner, you have FJ. I'm going to go against the grain here, boys. And I found something reasonably cheap. They seem to be decently reliable because I found them with like 200,000-300,000 miles on them.
Is it a Humvee?
No. Humvee is like dream vehicle right there for
H1
like
though for you.
H1 dream vehicle. That's
Not
not
the
what I'm
actual
talking about.
Humvee.
No. That won't be my off-road rig for like going in the mountains because those trails are pretty narrow.
Yeah, they are.
A Land Rover Discovery.
It'd be cool.
It's the one with the
Yeah.
it gets taller near the
Uh-huh,
back
yeah.
of it. just do like a 2 or 3 inch lift, a little bit bigger tires. You put a roof rack on it. You do a little bit of things.
On top.
You put your tent on top. Those are, first of all, I did some research today. Those tents that they put on top of cars.
Yeah, Kenton wants to get one.
For the freaking Raptor?
And he's getting a winch set up.
He is.
Dude.
And he's what else does he want? Dude, it's gonna be badass.
Okay, I have no doubt that
Oh,
that's
it's
like,
so-
I can't wait to see a tent on top of his freaking truck. Anyway, those tents, I don't know if people know this. If you see a vehicle driving around with a tent on the roof, like you might not know what it is. It just looks like a tarp, black tarp, and it says like something on like tree line,
something
whatever,
like
tree line outdoors or whatever. Those are like easily $1,000.
Yeah, for a really, really nice one.
Yeah, but
Well-
Kenton's rich, so
Oh yeah, I forgot Kenton's rich. So
we're fine.
So seriously though, like those tents. I know the nice ones are expensive, but I looked them up and I found the exact roof rack I want for the damn thing. I found a lift kit
Jeez,
for it.
you already
I've
built
always,
it?
dude. In my head, I built this rig. Okay, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's a land." Like that's probably it's like Land Rovers are known for going off road.
Yeah.
And the newer ones are kind of really fancy. They still do it.
Yeah,
so
kinda bougie.
And no, but an early 2000s one, you can find one for
That word.
Stop.
Why are people always using that word?
We'll talk about it later.
Bougie.
Where the early 2000s one, if you can find them with between 100 and 200,000 miles for like under $5,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can find them with 200,000-300,000 miles on them, which tells me they're decently reliable. I looked up the common issues with them. They're regular British car issues with mostly electrical,
Yeah.
like, oh, the window doesn't go up and down.
Oh, well.
Or what, like it's stupid stuff like that. So I was like, this could be a pretty good rig. Also, it's made for that kind of thing.
Yeah. I like the Defender. Have you ever seen one?
Which is there only one body style of Defender? Like
yeah.
one generation or what?
Yeah. When I lived in the UK, there's a lot of them.
Oh wait, I know the older looking ones.
Dude, they're
like,
beastly.
It's just like the G-Wagon where they
It's-
haven't changed the styling ever.
Yeah, it's super utilitarian.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think those things are legit. Just
they
we
are
don't
kind of expensive.
we don't have them here.
No, I
And
should have.
if
I should have brought one home.
if we do have them here, they are extremely expensive.
yes,
like they're easily $100,000 in that range.
maybe I don't know. I haven't looked for sure.
If you get like a newer one, and it's here, it's like $100,000. Those things are expensive as hell. But be a nice offer. But you want to do a FJ?
I want to do an FJ in this blue color right here.
Okay,
I do like those. I do like those.
And
yeah.
then I want a 2JZ in there.
You're going 2JZ
with
swap
like a
it?
77 millimeter
Jesus
precision
Christ.
turbo.
You trying to launch
This
yourself
isn't
off the
an-
mountain?
this
No,
isn't an
it's gonna be
off-road rig
like
anymore.
No. Yeah, it's gonna be like just overbuilt so that it never breaks down. Because there were some points where Kenton and I were rolling around through these, and we're like, all we could think about, maybe Kenton and I are just a little fucked up, but all we could think about was someone popping out around the corner with an axe and like slitting our throats and killing us. We were scared. We were out there
Why-
taking pictures in the dark, and I was like, dude, I feel like someone's gonna come up behind me and like slit my throat. And he's like,
What
I was
is-
thinking the same thing, dude.
What does that have to do with putting a 2J in an FJ?
right?
Well, I was like, maybe if you just like overbuild it and make it all reliable and shit.
Wait,
it
are
never
you
breaks
gonna
down.
wait? Can we name this thing right now the 2J Cruiser instead of the FJ Cruiser?
Well, duh. That'd be sick. This color, little lift kit. It's gonna look very aesthetically pleasing. Not gonna be overdone. You
You
know
gonna
me.
put a roof rack on it? Maybe a winch, some push
Some light
bars,
bars.
different
Fuck
bumpers.
yeah, little
what we
tent
going?
and shit. Dude, I'm down.
So
Like,
I just listed a bunch of shit that's like utilitarian. You just said some tint.
no, like a tent.
Oh, I thought you said tint. I was like, of course you probably
No,
gotta tint the car.
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, yeah, but no, a tint on top. Like, dude, I was inspired. If I had the money right now, like if I won the lottery, and it's like 750 million, by the way. All three of us are getting our fucking dream off-road rigs,
Hell
and
yeah,
we're
bro.
just gonna
That's what
go
I'm talking about.
off-road around the country. Rico and Kenton already found an event. It's like out in the, it's out in some desert, Mojave. Something.
Oh.
It's this big Jeep thing, and they're like
Yeah.
thinking on going.
It's like out in Moab or something.
Yeah,
Out
that's
in
what it is.
Moab,
Yeah, yeah.
Utah. That place can
It's pretty lit.
kill vehicles. Like
Yes, that's
you
why I'd
need
want
you
it.
need to have a vehicle that's like made for shit.
Yeah, I want like a billet
bunch
block.
take a bunch of extra parts and everything like that. Like
Exactly.
I would go with
You're gonna
somebody
break
that's
shit.
done it before, but I would never take my own rig because that
Yeah.
I'm
Until
not.
I'm confident in myself.
Let me lay the groundwork for you guys. I want to build one of these rigs just like they do, but I have no experience off road at all. I want to
Yeah.
go
Neither do I.
now. I would
I
now
have no money either.
now getting in the off road game. The vehicle I want, the Discovery, it's a pretty cheap vehicle. So I feel
Yeah.
like it would be kind of like dipping my toes in it, and I could learn some stuff with that. Also, it's kind of an older car. I could beat it up a little bit. Wouldn't be that bad. So
Right.
that's kind of what. So we kind of went off on a tangent there.
Yeah, I just want to go down trails with my bros that like all 3 or 4 of us lined up. We stop and like camp down by the river,
Oh, I'm down for that for sure.
like catch and cook some fucking fresh
Oh, yeah,
rainbow
I'm down.
trout.
I'm down.
God,
You know I'm
that
down.
just sounds so fucking fun, dude.
I'm definitely down for that.
Speaking of dream cars, I have a 2005 Subaru Legacy GT wagon. That's a mouthful.
that sounds better than it is.
That's yeah. Those rare.
Oh, they are.
Rare.
Exactly. So, in my specific trim and spec, they only made 61.
You're talking about white with whatever color interior and all that. 61.
Yeah, 5-speed.
So how
Made
many?
it for 1 year.
Really?
Yep.
They only made the wagon for 1 year?
The GT wagon.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. How many GT wagons they make total?
I don't know.
But to
A
your
good amount.
Not
Like,
yeah.
it's not like super rare, but
Yeah.
just my particular one. There's
Yeah.
only 61 of.
Now he's not being one of those muscle car guys where he's like, it's got matching numbers, this color interior, air conditioning. Like it's just a GT wagon 5-speed
Yeah.
that's white. They only made 61 of those.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty badass. I don't have something that I like. We're both wagon boys. I got hey. So
Yo, I want one. I saw the exact car that I have, the F30 3 Series, in a wagon up here today with a black roof rack, the black kidney grills. Like, dude, it looked European as fuck. I have not
does.
seen
What
one. It
color
looks
was it?
so
What color
good.
was
My
it?
color. I know you don't like my color.
I'm just
the
I'm
sparkling
not a fan of
graphite
that
gray.
I don't like that gray, man.
Anyways, I like it. So I saw it and I was like, oh my god, I would drive the shit
yours
out
is
of
a
that.
2018.
Yeah, yeah.
2018.
Yeah,
So he has a F30 3 Series.
yeah.
Dude, before I bought, okay, so my daily right now is I wanted it for 4 years. I saw a bagged all road at SoWo, which is a car show in Helen, or it used to be a car show in Helen, Georgia. The first time I ever saw a bagged all road was there.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I saw one in 2014. I wanted one. So for 4 years, I wanted one.
Damn.
And then finally, I was like, I had the choice between, okay, I can get a CTSV, it'd be a fun daily, but I'd never want to drive it
Yeah.
anywhere long distance because it would eat gas. Or
Really bad.
I can get the daily I've wanted for 4 years. So I got all road. I got a 2014 all road.
Yeah, I love that car.
I love that car, and
Pretty sick.
it's on air ride and some
It is.
nicer wheels.
I'm gonna pop a photo into that.
It's super comfy.
Yeah. I love that car. It's super smooth. The air ride works great, and I like the wheels I got it for summer. Are really nice. But if when I was looking at cars, I really wanted a wagon.
Yeah.
And a 3 Series. Move my mic.
My bad.
They do a 3 Series diesel, all-wheel drive wagon. They make that. That was like a dream vehicle to me. Like wagon, all-wheel drive, diesel. I like my last daily was a diesel, so that
Yeah.
was like, dude, that would be so sick. So I looked them up, and of course,
Expensive.
it's a BMW.
Europe.
It's a BMW, so they have problems. They're great. Everybody kept saying they're great if you want to lease it, but don't buy one.
Yeah.
Especially like if it's like, because they always do the 3-year lease on those things. After 3 years, BMW starts to show
You gotta fix a lot.
starts
of
to show their
shit.
problems, and then that's why so many people lease BMWs instead of buy them, because they get so many issues after that many years. Like, and to maintain them, very expensive. So
Yeah, my first 2 BMWs I bought, and it was an E46 330xi and an E90 330xi, and I fucking loved them. It was the inline 630, but I mean, when I did have to maintain them, it was rather expensive, and so then I did lease this new one.
your
because-
18's a lease, yeah.
Yeah, I leased this one.
Honestly,
'cause-
that's probably a lot smarter.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, dude, I'm not about to go after 3 years and then service. Oh, that'll be $3,000, and I'm like, what? I'd be like, fuck
Yeah.
no, I'll turn the keys in. I sat in the new 19 today. Whew. Like, I didn't like it from the pictures, but I sat because I was in there for an oil change actually today, like my first little service, and I sat in all the cars, the new 8 Series, and I sat in the new 3 Series, and the new 3 Series is pretty freaking classy.
I haven't seen it.
They changed a lot.
I haven't seen what they changed or anything.
The center console's my favorite part. There's a button now, so I don't have to fucking slam it. So stupid.
Huh.
That's about sold me.
Okay. So obviously, Woody's a BMW guy because he's owned 2 of them. Or this is your
This is my
third one.
third, yeah.
This is your third one.
Uh-huh.
I'm a Volkswagen Audi guy. traditionally, but I literally like everything that I just happen to own. I've owned a couple Volkswagens. I daily an Audi right now. I also have an F-250. I have a Corvette. A few of my dream cars. I'd like to have a FDR-X7, 1993 or 4 RT10 Viper, a GTS Viper.
My favorite.
I have a lot of cars on there all the way across the board. None of them, like, I'm not really bland. I guess for dailies, I'm pretty brand loyal because I like German stuff. Just
German is a daily. I think
the quality is there, and people that don't, people that have never been in, like, I'm not gonna shit talk on Subarus that much right now, but
I can take it.
good. So I'm gonna shit talk on Subarus right now. So
gotta
when
be
you
careful of those
when you get into
Subaru
a
owners.
Subaru, it's very plasticky, and it's very minimalist, and it's very just like. There's no textures there. It's like plastic that looks. I just don't like them. And like, I don't think I've ever been. Is your car of leather or no? Mm-hmm. That would be the first Subaru I've ever gotten into that's leather. To be honest with you.
Well, I've owned a lot of Subarus. This is by far the fanciest one.
Really?
Yeah. So it's got heated windshield wipers, heated mirrors, heated seats, dual climate control, auto.
So that sounds fancy.
It's pretty luxurious.
Traditionally, the ones I get into, the ones I have gotten into,
WRXs and like STIs,
Well, yeah.
they're pretty plasticky.
Yeah, they're pretty plasticky, and I get into them. I've had the argument with people before. It's like, they're like, well, I don't get it for the interior. I was like, well, where I spend most of my time with a car is inside of it. So I'd like the inside to be very nice.
Aren't there problems with the motor and how it runs and all that all the time? Anyway?
Well, I mean, Subaru engines are kind of known for, if you want to do anything more than like 550 or 600 horse, you got to build it.
So what's the good part about it? Because I mean, CJ's is built and it breaks all the time.
Okay,
It's
but
a
that's
race
a
car,
full-on race car, though.
Race cars break all the time, no matter what it is.
That's true facts.
Nobody that owns a Subaru is ever like, yeah, dude, my shit's great. It's never broken. I always
Mine's
hear
never
making
broken.
jokes.
I've never had a Subaru that broke.
Really?
Corey's always making jokes about his Subarus breaking and everything.
I've never had one break.
Never had one break?
No. I've built one to like 400.
Find some wood real
horsepower.
quick. Find some wood real quick and knock on it, because that's.
Shit.
I think
Shit.
Titties.
I think
Titties.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I just Subarus. If you build them at all, like to any kind of like anything above 500, I feel like they're very not reliable.
Picky. Yeah.
That's true, and I don't like the interiors of them. Honestly, they used to look a lot better to me.
They did.
They really did.
Yeah.
In recent years, they look pretty trash.
They kind of bloated.
They really like they. It's just they. You're right. They did get bloated, and then the wheelbase is the same, and the stance is the same on the wheels and tires, and it just looks not right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the best vehicle that they make right now is like the Crosstrek or the Crosstrek.
Crosstrek?
Yeah, Crosstrek.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's I don't think it's that. I think that's the best looking car that they make right now. I would do one of those with like a little 2-3 inch lift, put some tires on it.
Actually, it's an option now.
A lift?
You can lift it from the factory.
A Crosstrek?
Yes.
Dude.
I shit you not.
Okay, the one Subaru I would buy right now would be a lifted Crosstrek from the factory. That would be legit, actually.
At least I don't know for sure, but I know for sure here in town that they'll lift it for you.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
From the dealership.
What are your dream cars?
My
Dan?
dream car?
Yeah. Fred said the couple that he wanted.
Yeah.
Well, what's your dream
supercar?
supercar? Let's go ahead and change gears. Let's go to supercars right now, because we talked about off-roaders. We talked about our dailies. Let's talk about just dream
Something out of the realm you're never going to have. I mean, unless you hit the lottery, let's be real, none of us are going to be able to afford a $2 million car.
Now, there's a lot of cars out there. I could name cars left and right, but like for
if you gotta pick
what
one,
what would be a
that's
dream?
tough.
Let's pump our brakes. Let's go back. What's your dream daily?
Dream daily.
An F80 M3.
Really?
F80 M3.
Yeah.
It's a great car.
It is a great car. God damn it, though. I do not quite like the sound of these BMWs.
BMWs sound honestly
like a
like
they sound
Honda or
weird.
something. Like sometimes I'll drive
Buzzy.
by and I'm like, yeah, it's like raspy.
they don't sound muscly at all. They don't sound like they got a like a. They're just like me.
The V8 E90. Okay. No. My dream daily. I get
Don't motor swap shit. I want this just regular.
No, the E90 M3 then.
Okay.
Yeah, because that one does sound good. The V8, I remember riding around with this girl out in Germany. She took me out, and we were, dude, we were going pretty quick, and it was fun. We were just
Yeah.
out on a back country road, and she was rolling through the gears. We probably hit 130, 140.
Nice.
Yeah.
E30 M3, what would be your dream daily?
E90,
dude. Fuck. That's fucking tough. Probably a CTSV wagon, honestly.
It's a great daily.
Which one? V1, 2, or 3?
They
they only made him in
V2.
2.
They only made him V2.
Oh, there you go. Well, there's your answer.
That narrowed it down real quick.
Yeah, fuck me, right?
I really would like one of those, but the wagon tax on those.
Oh, it's double the price of a sedan.
It's like 10 or 15 grand more.
at least.
Yeah, like the lowest price I've seen one is like $42,000
Yeah.
for a wagon, and that's with like 111,000
Sedans
miles.
and coupes go for like mid-20s.
Yeah, you can get those for decently cheap all
All
day.
day.
But yeah, my dream daily, which it could become a lot closer dream. By closer, I mean they're actually going to bring them to the States coming like next year or something like that.
What is it?
The Audi RS6.
Ooh, okay.
Shit.
That's
Okay,
That's pretty
if they
baller.
weren't going to bring that to the States, which they have said that they're going to, they're bringing the S6 Avant over and the A6 Avant, which
Okay.
means they're bringing the RS6 Avant. So the RS6 Avant has the same motor and stuff like that as motor transmission as the RS7. 4-liter V8 twin turbo. You do just a tune, intake, and downpipes on one of those.
700.
You're looking at about 700
Yeah.
for a daily. That is, and also, you're thinking 700. Okay, Hellcats make that out of the factory. No, this is a wagon, and it's much nicer
Nasty.
inside. And this, we actually
Moe's.
had the opportunity to drive our buddy
Yeah.
Moe's RS7. That thing got down. That thing, the
ripped.
noise that thing made when you put the pedal into it was just like, there's an animal in this thing. It's ridiculous.
We both got to drive it like all the way to the restaurant and back. We got to
yeah,
rip
dude.
on it. I mean,
That was if they weren't bringing the RS7 or the RS6 or RS7 would be it, but RS6 because it's a wagon. I like wagons.
fucks with wagons.
I love wagons,
Yeah.
and it has that same 4-liter. Also, here's a close second for a daily. Stay with me, boys. You might not like this. You might.
swear
you
to
might
God,
like
if you say HHR or
it.
SSR or whatever,
no,
Yeah, me
no. No,
What?
Lamborghini Urus.
Dude, those things are fucking ugly.
No, I like
Thank
them.
God, I thought I was the only one.
I like them. I
They're
like them.
I don't,
fucking ugly.
dude. They're pretty. They look. Like
I
a
saw
Pontiac
one. I saw
Aztec.
one in person.
It looks like a fucking squished Aventador and like just fucking
looks
dude.
dumb.
I like it.
Picasso made
I
it.
like it a lot, and
On
I saw
drugs.
the first one I'd ever seen in person over in Dubai when I did that supercar
There's here
rally.
one in town.
And there was it's again it has the 4-liter twin turbo V8 that is found in the Audi RS6 and Audi RS7, and I think it's 640 horsepower out of the factory.
Yeah.
And we were over in Dubai. One of the guys was driving a 2-wheel drive Huracan, and he got up next to it's a completely stock Urus, and they did a roll race. Urus dragged his ass. A SUV dragged a Huracan. I'm sure Lamborghini doesn't want to advertise that because
Yeah.
their $200,000 SUV drug their supercar.
So how much better on a scale? It's like not even. You can't even put on the same scale. The Huracan looks so much better than the Urus. It's not even funny. So
Well-
it's literally one of the best looking cars on the road versus probably like bottom 10 worst looking cars on the road.
Dude, I don't. Okay,
Interior is cool.
it's fine if you don't like it.
because it looks like a Lamborghini. But
It's
the
fine if you don't
you do
like
you.
it. I like it. I like the Urus, and I would totally daily the fuck out of one.
Okay.
All right, do you?
Okay, so as far as supercars go, hypercars.
You can never sell it. You can't think about appreciating, depreciating. It's just full blown. That is in your garage till you die.
That's it.
Yep.
Honestly,
Can I drive it on the street?
Oh, you can drive
absolutely.
wherever the fuck you
Anything,
want.
anywhere you want. You're
Street.
Ferrari
you can off-road it.
FXX.
the Ferrari FXX.
Yeah.
I think that would
Those are
be
cool.
awesome to have. Also, not fun on the street.
Fuck it.
No, but it's like oh, race car is like no, but we're talking like full race car. Like any rock that you
Yeah.
hit that you get on your tire, you're gonna hear that.
Do you they even let you take those?
Nope.
Well, I think they do now.
But in our
right?
little-
It's been long enough that they let you keep them.
No, you have to.
I don't
like,
think they still do that program anymore, do they? Because they keep bringing them more
You
and
have
more.
like your own pit crew and shit.
They still do
And they
that with
keep
like the
the
old
car?
with the like the Enzo FXX.
I don't
think
know.
So?
I know they did that, but I would think after so many years, like they're not going to continue being support for this many cars that are out there.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
But that's a great car. What's your favorite? What would be your hypercar? Oh, any hypercar.
I mean,
Lamborghini, Siesto Elemento.
no, I don't like those.
What?
I don't know. The Bugatti's kind of cool. The Pagani's kind of cool. The Zondas.
Zonda R.
Zondas have a special place in my heart. I was
Well,
kind
they
of
just
sad.
look so unique.
I was kind of sad when they didn't make them anymore.
That's-
They went from the Zonda to the Wyra, and the Wyra is very much like show-offy and
for
high-classy,
sure.
and the Zonda was a
Ooh.
very race car.
A P1.
McLaren P1?
Yep.
Now,
Can I
So
do the
regular-
P1 LM? Does that work?
sure.
Now
Or the
P1
Senna?
LM.
Senna?
P1
No,
LM.
I do not like the Senna at all.
Really?
At all. I hate
Really?
It. It looks
I like that
terrible.
one a
It's
lot.
grown on me quite a bit.
I can't get
It
used
really
to
hasn't.
it. It's not like as bad as it used to be, but I still don't like it. A P1 is probably one of the best looking cars ever made.
So you like a little more subdued look?
I mean,
Did you just say the P1 had
it
a
is kind.
subdued
No, it
look?
is.
From-
It is kind of
from a-
subdued.
From a Senna?
I thought
For
they were
sure.
pretty aggressive.
No, they
I mean,
look
they're still
great, but
aggressive.
you look at the front end of a 650S and you look at the front end of a P1, look very
P1
similar.
LM? Okay.
You look very so P1 LM.
Yeah, I guess
that's what you
P1
get.
LM is what I would take.
That's pretty
all
cool.
black, everything black.
Now
Everything.
I would go with a Koenigsegg Agera 1-to-1.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking
That's probably
fire.
yeah. I'd like that.
Just
choice.
honestly, any Koenigsegg Agera, if it was the RS or the
CCX?
or I would take the CCX. Absolutely, like it's a little older one, but like
Still
I don't,
cool.
just like
I don't
those.
like the interior on those are hideous. We took a picture of them at Pikes Peak. I was just looking at it like a month or two ago, and I was like, ugh.
Well, that was the CCX.
Yeah, no, that's why I wouldn't want it.
Did you say a month or two ago?
I was looking at my pictures. a
Oh,
month or two
okay. I
ago,
was
and
like,
it
you-
refresh my memory. It was like
Gotcha.
3 years ago or something.
Oh.
Yeah, but I love the Koenigsegg's. I think they're
Yeah.
built phenomenally, and they're just awesome cars.
Yep.
Freaking sick. All right.
All right, guys. Last segment of the show. Like always, we're going to do hypothetical questions. We're going to end every episode this way until you guys complain about them. Again, if you guys have a hypothetical question you want to hear in one of the episodes, put it down below. If it's a good one, we'll go ahead and ask it. So, Dan, go ahead.
All right. If you were the last man on Earth, what would you do?
Are we talking last man or last human?
Last human.
Last human. What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do with your time? You have nobody to talk to.
I have nobody to talk to. Okay, first of all,
How old are you?
You're just you
like right now, probably.
And you just live out life till you're like, what, 80, 90?
Yeah.
Who knows? You could die.
Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I would go through all the fancy parts of town and collect
Yeah?
all the supercars because
Oh, yeah.
nobody else is gonna drive them. That and you're like, I just
That'd be sick.
yeah, I would totally do that. And like
You would live
At
your
that
best
point-
life.
it would kind of suck that you don't have anybody to learn things from. I guess you have the internet, but like
If it's up.
Yeah.
we're gonna say the internet's still up. It just you wake up one day and you're the last person, right? Is that what we're saying?
Sure.
Okay.
So it's not like end of the world resources have ran out, everyone's died from disease, but you're left. It's just you wake up, everything is exactly the same.
Uh-huh.
And it
It's just there's
deteriorates
no
from there.
humans.
There's nobody
So
left.
just deteriorates.
Is there animals or no?
Sure.
Dude,
Okay,
the
there's
world
animals.
would burn. Shit would go wrong.
I would definitely have a dog companion for sure because
Oh, yeah.
I would
yeah.
have to have a dog.
Yeah.
If we still have animals, I would have a dog.
So are we
And
writing the script for I Am Legend right now?
I am Legend 2, but no, but we're not gonna have zombies come after us.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
legit. I would go and grab a whole mess of. God, I would start driving. I would go to like the Hollywood Hills and go grab all the cars I want that the celebrities own that they don't deserve.
And all of the drugs that they have that they didn't do.
Oh my God, Witty.
God. Okay, well,
What would
honestly,
you do?
that's
What
one
would
of-
you do?
That's one of those things that I've like kind of dream about, like just being
Really?
able to walk around and just do whatever, just drive and go eat. I have no idea. I'd just probably get in a plane and
And
shit,
do
I-
what? Can you fly it?
Yeah, you can't fly a plane, bro.
yeah, that'd be bad. But let's say I could, I'd go and fly to like other places and just see the world. And
Well, yeah.
damn, dude, I don't know. There's a lot. Jesus,
Like think about this. Like you want to go. It's like, oh, okay, sweet. I'm the last one here. I'm just gonna go to Europe. It's like, wait, I don't know how to sail a frickin'
Right?
ship across there.
You don't know how
I
to
don't want to
navigate
fly
the
a
ocean?
plane.
Damn.
It's like you're basically stuck to the continental United States
Right.
and Canada.
Or Southern America. You make
Yeah,
it
I guess, but
South America.
It's a lot of space.
there is, yeah. And also, if I'm the last one, go to Hollywood. I would just actually I'd go on Zillow because I know nobody would be living in those houses. I'd go on Zillow, find the
Pick up.
most expensive house,
Okay.
and just go to that
Dan
address and live there.
Rosarians.
I would just go to the most expensive house I can find on Zillow, and go there and live there because
funny.
I know it's going to be made up with furniture to
Oh, for
try to
sure.
sell it,
Yeah.
and nobody's going to be living there. Well, obviously nobody's going to be living there because nobody's.
It'd be funny.
Nobody
Money
exists.
wouldn't be a thing anymore. Like
Yeah.
You
it'd
can
be
literally
s-
grab whatever you want. You just have to
You're-
find the stuff to make it work.
Yeah, so many things. I'd honestly be a cool social experience to see like how people change and how they react. Like, what are your priorities now? Because what are your priorities now? You need to work so you can make money,
You know
so you
what's
can
gonna
pay for
suck?
things.
I'm gonna-
Where's your motivation?
Yeah, but
now?
here's the you're gonna miss a lot of things. Like
well, no shit.
like
you're gonna go insane probably within the first month. You're literally
If-
gonna lose your mind.
stay with me. Okay, if you're gonna miss a lot of things. For example, like
Pussy.
I want to go to Chipotle and eat dinner.
Fuck.
Oh,
You gotta
Chipotle
make it
doesn't have
yourself.
people that work there anymore, so I have to go make my own Chipotle. Like that's not gonna be fun. So I have to become a very experienced chef to make my own food taste good.
That'd be cool.
I'll be honest with you, I can make a few things pretty well.
Yeah.
Like I said, a few things. That's about it. So I'm not no.
But all the animals you said
Gordon
are
Ramsay.
still alive.
Yeah. You can go. You can go hunting.
Everything's here,
You can
but
go
except
hunting.
for humans.
There's
except
so
for
many
you.
times that I'm like walking around and I'm scared of like a human popping out, or I'm like sitting in a dark area. I'm scared of a human like coming. If there was no humans, there'd be so little fear. But then you'd have to watch out because no humans are killing the animals, and there'd be a shitload of them, and you need
They'd
to
be walking around the streets, man.
Yeah, you need to be stocked up with some ammo.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, I'd be getting
You'd have
guns
to
and ammo and all.
constantly
I'd go up to Cabela's and grab a whole mess of ammo just
That's-
for.
Dude, I'd go to the military base and get the most fucking raddest machine gun I
Yeah.
could find.
Ooh, that's what I do. Area 51, going in there. I'm finding
There's
what
so
the
many cool
fuck
things
is
you
in
can
there.
do.
You said no more humans. That doesn't mean all the aliens down there not going to be. Bro, I'm going to Area 51 and I'm finding what the fuck
Witty
is down
is
there.
going to space. People.
He's going to space. All right, moving on. What's yours?
Dude, I'd probably do the same thing you guys do. Like, I would live every day like it's the best fucking party that I've ever had.
Sure.
Like, dude, there's endless possibilities. I don't care if I'm the last person. I could have fun by myself, right?
Honestly, it'd be nice to have one other person.
Depends on
I
what-
mean, it would be
but
great.
if I'm the last person, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want.
You're the last
Exactly.
person. You're gonna need you need some good drugs to have a good time at a fucking party with nobody at it. You know,
It'd be fine.
you're just gonna hit play and have music playing really loud.
Fuck yeah.
I think you'll,
It's not
you'll
a
miss
party.
people.
Dude, I'd be doing some crazy experiments.
I don't doubt that.
I get like a bunch of fucking speakers, line them up across the street, just full blast, see how far I can go and hear it, like how far does sound travel. I do like weird experiments.
It's quite the way to spend the.
Yeah. Okay,
Dude, you can do anything.
we're gonna go to the next hypothetical. We don't want to lay on this for like 20 minutes. So next hypothetical, what do you got?
Okay, so you find a book and you begin to read it, only to discover that it's your life. You get to the point that you are now. Do you turn the page knowing that you will not be able to change any of the life events?
Absolutely not. Because if it says I'm gonna die on this date, I'm gonna live in fear of that date for the rest of my life. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna. I don't need to know what's coming up. I want to think in my head that I have some sort of say on what's gonna happen next. Like I could hit Dan in the face right now. I don't want to see in a book that I can't hit Dan in the face. Like you see what I'm saying? Like
There's no more free will.
Exactly.
That's deep. This is deep. I mean,
Like,
if you
yeah.
really wanted to get into it.
I would not want to read the rest of the
It's
book.
fucking crazy.
How about you, Dan?
I don't know. I'm like half and half. Like, I like surprises, so I probably won't read it. But the other part of me is like, I'm kind of curious, so I might read it. But I think I have like,
But also, you can't change.
right. I get
you
it.
can't change the events that are
Right,
going to
it's
happen.
inevitable. Honestly, with like my kind of mentality, like if I know something's gonna happen, I'll take it. Like, there's nothing I can do. Why worry?
I just couldn't. I couldn't read about my own life. Like like. Let's say there's 40 pages left in the book, and it's like, oh, I've gotten to the point where it's today. We're doing a podcast,
Right.
and I could read the rest of it, and I find out.
You die on the way
I find
home
out
today.
if I ever get married, how many kids I have, how I die, things like that. It's like, I'm good. I'd rather just
Yeah.
let that come on naturally.
But if it's in a book, then it's not natural.
Now, if this book, let's say this book had winning lottery numbers for like tomorrow night
Okay.
or whatever it is in the next page. I'll read one more page. You know, I'll read one more page. But
Now
like,
you're
your
just
advantage.
saying, hey, I want to win the lottery, but
Well-
I'm not going to do anything else related to this.
what do you mean?
Well, like, I mean, you can't just be like, yeah, I want to do the
Well,
lottery,
actually, if
stop
the winning
reading.
lottery numbers are in it, then it's inevitable. Then it's inevitable that I
You're
would have
not
won
gonna
it
win.
anyway, right?
This isn't.
So
time
there's no
travel.
point. There's no point.
I'm
No,
going
yeah.
into my backyard. I'm going to chop down a tree, build a fire, and throw the book into the fire and make sure that it burns all the way down to a
Well, you
crispy
really
ash.
don't want to know what happens next.
Okay,
No.
got it.
That's fair. Okay, so we got all our answers. Mine is a little bit lighter hearted than those, I guess.
Okay.
Would you rather have gills, so you could like swim in water,
Water?
and you could just swim in water forever?
Okay,
Stay with me.
I'm with you.
Or wings, and you could fly.
Wait, can I pull an aerial and go chase some pussy and go like
What?
get my legs?
Well, yeah, no, you have legs. I didn't say you had a fin. I said you had gills. So
How the hell am I supposed to swim? Do I have Aquaman powers where I can just like and fucking fly through the water from magical
bruh, you
force?
just
Still
have
human, you just
have
have-
gills.
Gills.
You can let's.
Well, I
you're
wanna fly.
You're just like
Because I can't even swim good, so that
well, if
swim
you had-
well.
You could put flippers on.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously you want to fly. Okay, you can fly.
Okay.
What do you want to fly? What do you want to do?
I think I'd swim, honestly, because everything you can see from the sky right now doesn't matter. I can get on a plane and fly. I don't care. But there's so much cool shit under the ocean that we haven't seen. I would do
I'm kind of scared of the deep ocean. I'll be honest with you. That far down,
Fuck
all
it.
that darkness. I don't want. The ocean's so big.
My old friend.
I always have this fear that something's gonna come up and
Oh,
bite
like
me.
if you're at a lake and you're just dangling your feet in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's gonna be some sort of prehistoric animal coming to fucking get
Fucking
me.
If I had Aquaman powers and I could swim really well and like talk to the fish and shit, I'm choosing the ocean because I love the water.
I never say you could talk to
I
fish.
love the ocean. I love all that.
He's
but
making
like,
up his own rules.
but like, if all I can do is be me myself with flippers, like you know how long that would take just to swim down there, you'd probably get lost for one. And I mean, also, can our bodies like adapt to the different pressures?
Yeah, no, you can. Yeah, you're just like a fucking fish, man.
So if I'm Aquaman, I'm choosing the ocean. But if I can't, if I'm just
No, you just have gills, so you're not choosing the ocean. You're going to choose fly.
so I can't even
We-
like swim special. It's just full gills
you
and that's it.
You can stay underwater for as long as you want and not die.
Okay, I'll just choose wings then.
That's fair. Okay. So you would be you would choose gills.
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
gonna choose. God, I'm trying to think of what would be most beneficial. Honestly, I'm gonna choose flying, just because. Also, if it's like an effortless thing, like I can't get tired flying, that would be so much better. Because if like, let's say my car breaks down, I don't want to walk to the fucking gas station at 3 o'clock in the morning to like call like something like that. I'm going to fly there instead with a gas can and fly back to my car.
Or you could just call me and I'll come get you.
Okay, but I have wings, so I can fly.
How fast can you fly?
We're not going to say like speed of light. You can you can fly quick. I'm not going to say you can fly.
But I need to know
real
like
fast.
a speed because like, can I fly faster than a commercial jet?
No.
So
You're not Superman
That's
here. man.
biologically impossible.
You're
so
not
is
Superman.
fucking flying, Dan. Jesus Christ! I think that 1,000 miles an hour is good.
Jesus Christ.
That's like
I
a
literally-
Concorde, right? How fast they fly? They flew over to Europe in like 3 hours. I don't want to be waiting on a 9-hour flight. I'm not flying for 9 fucking hours to go to Europe, bro. If I want a gelato,
So he's just complaining about every part of this thing. Okay, so I can't swim fast. Also, I can't fly fast. Like, no, you have. Let's just break it down. You have gills, or you can fly. Either one.
I want to fly fast.
That's not that option's not on the table right now, Witty.
God damn it!
But you would still fly though. I'm saying you can fly faster. You can walk and run for sure.
Like how much faster?
Let's say you can. Let's say you can go 75 miles an hour. But in like going to your house, I have to go down road over whatever. When you fly,
Straight
you
shot.
fly like the crow flies.
Could we do like
Straight-
100 miles an hour at least?
Fine, I'll give you 100.
All right, at
Jesus.
least then it's at least faster than like a car, so I could like get to the next place quicker. Otherwise,
Well,
I may
you
as well
can.
just fucking drive.
You can. I just told you. You got to go through these streets and all these
Oh,
lights.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Speed
You- if
limit.
Okay, so 100 miles an hour, I'm flying. I'm taking flying.
okay.
Okay. Glad we figured that out.
Awesome.
But if I could go 1,000, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna go ahead and end this episode. Woody's gonna not go 1,000 miles an hour in the
Yeah.
sky.
Okay.
So that's gonna end the episode. We will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys are thinking about these because we want to get feedback.
Yeah, dude.
The more feedback we get, the more we can make these better, more entertaining for you guys.
Yeah.
Just let us know what you think. Again, put hypothetical questions in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast. See ya.
Deuces.
Peace.